Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make passive income online. Hey, it's Ted McGrath with Message to Millions, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to make passive income online. So to do that, you actually need something called the perfect funnel blueprint, which is right here. It's actually a system that I've created that's helped me over the last 10 years make millions of dollars online. And it's called the perfect funnel blueprint because to make passive income, you need a marketing system set up online to actually bring in clients to you instead of you chasing after clients. So you can get it for free right here if you want to grab it right now. So here's the cool thing. Today I'm going to teach you the 3 steps to actually making passive income online. And I'm going to show you 3 different models. Now, model number 1 is this. It's something you're probably familiar with, but most people don't know how to leverage this model to actually go online and double or triple their income. So the first piece is one-on-one selling or one-on-one marketing. Now, the one-to-one model you're probably familiar with. You're trading lots of time, right? And you're trading too much time for too little dollars. And most businesses have been doing this for a long, long time. They chase after clients, they go to networking events, they meet with their potential customer there, maybe they book some type of free consultation or they have a sales cycle there, and they get the client. So one-on-one marketing can be effective, but let me ask you a question. Do you think you can really scale a business to 7 figures or even up to 8 figures when you're doing one-to-one marketing? Most of the time, people can't. And the reality is because you only have so many hours in the day. So if you're doing the consulting or the coaching or you're working with the client one-on-one in the service, then somebody has to do the marketing. And typically in most businesses, it's left to you. So it's not really that effective of a model. So we got a lot of people using this model like financial planners or real estate professionals or consultants or experts or coaches or service businesses or entrepreneurs that are going out to get clients one-on-one. And yes, it works in the meantime, but here's the benefit of how you can leverage what you're doing offline to actually go online. Because the key to making passive income, which I'm going to teach in a moment, is going online. And I'm going to share with you the step of how to do that in just a little bit. So while you're offline doing all this marketing and talking to your clients, I'm going to teach you a little formula here, okay? It has 4 S's in it. First one's called statement, okay? The second one is called your story. The third one is your system. And the fourth one is a strategy session. So what does this mean? If you're going to go out to speak to people, you really need to know who your perfect client is. And knowing who your perfect client is, even when you're in this one-on-one setting offline, really helps you get prepared to go online, which is the second step I'm going to talk to you about. So when you're going to talk to a customer, most people walk out and they go, hey, like I'm a financial advisor, or I'm a real estate person, or I'm a web designer, or I'm a freelancer. But that doesn't tell your client what the outcomes are. So I have a simple formula right here called your statement, right? And your statement is, filled in with this. I help people do this so they can have or become that. That's a statement. It's very different than I'm a financial advisor, right? Such as I help people build multi-million-dollar businesses so they can spread their products, programs, and services to millions and have the freedom and the lifestyle that they actually deserve. That's a statement, you see? So if you're gonna market offline, you should start thinking about the outcomes that your customer wants, because eventually when you're gonna go online, which I'm about to get there, well, you're gonna need to really speak to that perfect customer. So you can try it right now. What are you helping your clients do so they can have or become? Pretty simple, right? So at any networking event, the next one you go to or you talk to somebody at a dinner or something like that, use that statement. The second thing you need is story. Now I know something about story. Why? Because I also do a one-man show on my life story. I'm an actor, I'm a performer. So I get up on stage and I play 12 characters, and for 70 minutes I tell a story. Now don't worry, I'm not gonna make you tell a story for 70 minutes right now. It's really simple. You need a 30-second story. Why? Credibility. Now, most people aren't even using this offline, right? This system I'm teaching right now. If you use it offline, think about how much better you will be to go online to sell your products, programs, and services, which I'll tell you about in a second, right? So, story. Now, a story is really simple. You just kind of want to talk about your history, your history as a person of how you got to the result that you want your client to get. but you don't want to go into a whole backstory of it. You just want to talk about a low moment, which we call a pit in your life. You know, a time where you struggled to actually get the result in the thing that you're sharing with people. So, you know, as a, web designer, you might have struggled at one time to create websites, right? And now you're teaching a customer to create websites. As a freelancer, you might have struggled one time to learn photography, but now you're teaching people photography. So think in your story of the struggle you went through, which we call the pit, and then also think of the actual breakthrough that you achieved once you got the knowledge. So a story helps people go through the struggle and resonates with the struggle they're feeling right now in their life, and then it shows them how to get to an actual breakthrough in their own life. And if they get to that breakthrough and you can show them, they'll buy your product or program or service. Make sense? So you have a statement, you have a story. The other thing you need is a system. Like when I talk to people about message to millions, about getting their products, programs, services, and their message out to millions, there's a system that we have. It's like a 7-step system. So having some type of system, whether it's a service you're selling or anything, people want steps to get there. So I'm not going to go into detail into that right now, but naming your system, like I have the message to millions system, it's a system that helps people get results or shows them the path to either purchase your product or a path to get results in their life. The fourth thing is actually your strategy session. Now, some people call this an assessment, they call it a free consultation, they call it a free coaching session, they call it a free strategy session. When you're out meeting with people one-on-one, you're likely trying to sell them something if you have a business, right? Well, instead of just trying to sell them on the spot, if you try to sell them on the spot without knowing what their most important goal is or what they're trying to accomplish, you're gonna be underpaid. So I call it inviting them to a strategy session where you show up free for 45 minutes or so, and you find out what's important to your client, and then you take their number one goal, and then you match it up with your product, program, or service, and you're 10 times more likely to get the sale if you do that. So this is the first step of actually one-to-one, or what I call offline marketing of how to get clients. Now, many of you are getting clients offline, and you can just use this offline right now, and you can start getting better results. But I'm going to move to step 2, which is the second model that I want to share with you. And the cool thing is everything I shared in model 1 just now, everything that's in model 1 actually builds on what I'm about to share in model 2, okay? So everything you're doing in model 1 is going to help you succeed in model 2, which is online. Now, what I want to share with you specifically in model 2 is digital products. Now, what is a digital product? It's a great question. A digital product is actually something online that lives in a digital form, right? Such as a course or a video series that you could teach your customer or your potential customer something to where they could consume this information through video or some type of training, and then they'd learn from you and they'd see that you're the expert in your area, and then whatever product, program, or service that you have to offer, they're likely to buy. Let me ask you this. If people are seeing video content that you have online or some type of digital training you have online, if they're seeing that out there and you're teaching somebody about pools and how to create, the best looking pool or build the best pool, do you think if you're the educator on that content that they're actually going to buy from you? The answer is yes. They're more likely to buy from you because you are the expert or the authority in your space. Now, a lot of businesses don't think like this because, let's face it, the internet's only been around for so many years, and most businesses are, a couple decades behind the curve. But today, with the opportunity to get a message out online, particularly teaching and educating your customer on the particular product, program, or service that they're looking for, if they're educated, let me ask you this. Do they understand better? Yes. If they understand better, are they more likely to take action? Yes. And if they're taking action, are they more likely to buy? Yes. So this is a total no-brainer for any business, whether you're selling pools, whether you're selling real estate, whether you're selling financial consulting, whether you're selling coaching, whether you're selling whatever you're selling in the world, web design, freelancing, any knowledge that you have should be out online. Now, the cool thing is, as you're starting this out, a lot of you might be thinking, well, how do I go about doing this? Well, a simple thing is to think about 3 steps that you could teach somebody. 3 steps they would want to know even before they make a purchase decision. Now, I get some of you are watching this right now and you're like, hey, I'm a consultant, I sell my knowledge. So, 3 steps you're teaching are really the thing, they're actually buying your knowledge and that's your product, right? But there's a lot of other businesses out there. They're selling Hard products. I'll give you an example. I was online the other day and I was looking for Lamborghinis. And I was like, man, I don't know really anything about this car and I want one. So I'd like to be educated before I go to the dealership. So I was poking around, searching for videos online to learn about Lamborghinis and become educated so that I could then go buy. You see the point? Like today, people are searching online. If you're not there as the authority in your space, guess what? You're a ghost. That's the reality. You have to be out there in the public's eye where people are seeing, you're like, wow, this dude's teaching about Lamborghinis. I should go buy from him. Does he have a car dealership or something? Does he have a product? Yeah, right? I mean, who wouldn't want that? I now have a relationship with you because you're teaching me. And because you're teaching me, I'm like, wow, this is amazing stuff. Like, can I buy this product that I'm searching for from this person? So there's a lot of ways to do this. Now, a simple way, if you just wrote down your 3 steps right now, think about just like a 3-step course that you could sell online. I mean, it could be something for $17, $9, $37. I have all kinds of courses for $37 that show people like 3 steps they could take to get a certain result. Make sense? Now you might be thinking, well, who's going to buy my product on that? Or who's going to want my product on that? Well, one, there's certain ways where you can give it away for free to become the expert. There's other ways where you can sell this digital product in like video form, right? Where people actually want to know step by step, because who has time today? Who has time to do all the research? Don't we just want a step-by-step process of like how to go get the result or how to go get the product or how to get informed before we buy the product? Yeah, that's the reality. So when you think about, start using your imagination, because this could work for any entrepreneur out there in the marketplace, but most of them aren't doing it. So, can this be, this is only difficult if you don't know how. I spent a decade learning this stuff. Sales, I've been in sales for over 19 years, going on 20 years. So if you don't know the structure like I have in the perfect funnel blueprint, right? If you don't know that structure, well, for me, I spent years trying to figure out the structure. It took me like 4 years to figure out the right structure. But if you're out of the gates right now and you know the right structure, right? Well, it's pretty simple if you know the right structure, because you just follow the template of how to build a simple and basic marketing system that can sell these products, okay? Now you might be wondering, like, how do I build that system? What does it look like, right? Well, it's really simple, You just kind of follow the sequence in the perfect funnel blueprint, which shows you like how to set up a system online that would sell these products that I'm talking to you about in this model number 2. So that's model number 2, making sense, right? Now, model number 2, all kinds of things are possible. If you're online and you're releasing videos or content and people are like, wow, this guy's amazing, I want more of his stuff, eventually they're gonna want to buy something from you, okay? So you might be selling this digital product for like $37 or $17, or you might be giving the information away to become the authority, but you have a moneymaker somewhere, right? You have some product that's gonna make you a lot more money. And so that's the key, is to have products that are gonna make you more money. Now, some of you might have lower tier products or $30, $40, and that's just how you make your money, and you can do that too, that's cool. But when we go to model 3, this is where you can really double, triple, or even 10x your revenue, and this is passive as well. So in model number 2, the passive income piece that I was just talking is a simple online system, right? That's selling these products. And the cool thing is, because they're digital, people are consuming them and you never have to show up. So you're making money, right? But model number 3 gets even better. Because now, if you have a sales team, right? A sales team that can actually get on the phone with these customers and then sell them products, programs, and services through what you could call upsells, or you could call just additional services and additional products. And you might be going, well, Ted, it's like I'm a one-person show right now. Like this is me. I run my business. Great. Well, I started off the same way. Okay? Started off with like 1 salesperson, brought them on for commission, and now I have 10 salespeople on my team. Okay? And what's made this possible is building off model 2, because model 2 started to bring in customers rather than me chasing customers like we were talking about in model 1. Model 2 is about bringing in those customers. Now you go to model 3, and model 3 is once you have customers, well, here's the thing about customers who buy from you. They trust you, and they're likely to buy more. So if you have a sales team where you can set up a sales team actually having conversations with these people and offering up more products and services, could you double or even triple or even beyond that with your revenue? Yeah. So I'm going to give you a simple tip on model number 3. And really to have a salesperson on your team, there's really 2 things you need to know. One, you need to have a good consultative selling process. And there's some questions that you can ask people, but I'll just give you one tip. If you're ever on the phone with somebody, you want to sell them something, find out their most important goal. It's really that simple. That's it. If you just trained your salesperson to get on the phone and find out what's the most important goal of your customer, and your salesperson knew that, what do you think would happen? Pretty simple. They'd say, oh, my client's number 1 goal is this. This is the product and service I'm offering up to help them accomplish their number 1 goal. And together it's a match made in heaven, and your salesperson is doing really well. So a consultative selling process means not just getting on the phone and selling. It means finding out what's most important to your customer, asking the right questions, and you could build a sales team that just does that all day long, finds out what's most important to your customer, and then all of a sudden matches up that product, program, or service with that actual goal. Pretty simple, right? So that's the name of the game. Those are the 3 models. Can you do this thing? The answer is yes. You know, in model number 1, it's you working, chasing clients. In model number 2, it's actually an online system, right, with that perfect funnel blueprint that actually shows you how to get clients chasing you instead of you chasing clients. And you start to become the expert and the authority in your space. And then in model number 3, it's like, okay, it's other people working for you and taking all these leads and all these customers are coming in and then just elevating them to other products and services that elevate your income, elevates your free time that you have, elevates the ability for you to take vacations, do things that you love, start other passions, live other dreams, do whatever is important to you. And that's what passive income is about. It's freeing up your time to do the things that you also love, to do other projects that you're excited about, and also to free up your time to maybe make contributions out in the world to people that you care about. So that's the name of the game. I hope you enjoyed this. You know, if you want, ask a question that you have, particularly about passive income, leave it down below, and we'll get back to some of your comments or questions down below. So don't forget to download the funnel blueprint because it's free for you. And also make sure you hit that like button because it really helps me. And then also, I want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel down below. So I hope this served you. I'll see you in one of the next videos and see you soon.